on Discord, so they should be starting the race shortly. So we got a world record holder currently, Kyleberry, at a 30-15 going against the Big K one, who has a 31-20 and sitting tied for 14. So this is definitely going to be a high-profile race as well. We are getting into the good races of the bracket.
I'm very excited to see this particular race. So not just because we got two being the world record holder and also our kind of grinding god, right? But Big K, who I haven't seen too much of lately, still puts out solid times and runs.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah.
I was watching him doing some practice earlier, and he was still knocking out like mid to mid high 31s. So he's still got a strong presence even after not really doing 8-bit for a while. And of course, we should both expect them to get this quick little short cute hop.
Yeah, the little bunny hops, cute things as we head through Ninja Village, a place that you love to see and then not see again for a while, hopefully.
Yeah.
So we're coming in. I missed the counts. Did you see the counts?
Counts
we'll see 'em up
for
top.
For the homie shards. Yeah, no, I didn't see it.
We'll see how they were blessed today. We have 0 and 1.
And 1.
All right. Now let's see how that works out for them.
Yeah, I mean they're both. I mean it's definitely doable for both sides to get to the requisite 40 shards by that first shot. Let's see how fast they get to that first shot though.
Yeah, absolutely. So what are you thinking, man? How many boosts are we going to see? And do you think Big K is going to go for them in this race?
I think Big K is probably going to go for some of the easier ones to do, like this first one, whereas Kyle is just going to go for them all. And well,
I guess you'll bonk instead.
Yes.
He's forgetting that this is not a Mario run. We can't jump on the turtles.
Yeah, so I think Kyle's going for the ones that he knows he's familiar with. And yeah, so like he didn't go for that one.
When you said Kyle, I got very confused. That's what this race is going to be like. It's just a lot of, so Kyle's over here doing this. Whoa, look what Kyle just did.
Wait, which one?
Yeah. All right, so both of them. Okay, so Big K went all the way to the right wall. Kyleberry did not have to, and they're going to do some really cute shops. So cute. Kyle's shops are out of this world.
Yes.
Let me try something different. I'll call him KB.
Well, I'll just start calling. I'll just say Kyle and BK.
Cool. We'll do
it that way. We got Kyle and Burger King. But yeah, so one thing that Kyle did that I don't think BK did was in the shops, since there is a delay for mashing cancel, if you actually just scroll down twice when exiting the shop, you actually get done with it a little faster. Didn't realize that till the Hall of Fast thing. Ooh, we got a left thought and a right thought. No.
You gotta love those right thoughts.
Yeah.
Autumn Hills, a solid and very straightforward level. We love to talk about this game as a speed game. And I think this level is a great indication of what you're getting into for new people coming in and speedrunning it. Is you're going to come into this game and you're going to play a game very fast. You're not coming into this game and trying extensive, crazy tricks, glitches, a lot of speed tech like that. Maybe some stuff if you try out of bounds. But especially for the no out of bounds runs, it's just play the game but fast.
Yeah. And Autumn Hills is definitely one of those things where it's very technically minded because you're still trying to do everything you want to do throughout the rest of the game with very little available to you.
He's going for it. Oh, he tries. So much respect.
He tried. BK played it safe, which gives him an edge. Mm-hmm. But Kyle had enough of a thing that edge is basically they're tied. But big respect for trying that.
Yeah, and I saw when he went underneath, I was like, oh, he's going to go for that YOLO spike tower. But yeah, as you can even see here, like Kyle coming out with some of the segmented run strats that we played around with, a lot of the turtle boosts getting used throughout, so you see how those movements kind of add over for runners of this caliber.
Yeah, because they entered the screen at about the same time, but because of those turtle boosts, Kyle was able to exit that same screen slightly faster.
And you love to see those little bonks on the turtle on the way down.
Yep.
Big K not getting it. It was I think a little early or a late.
Yeah.
It's one of those two. I know that's
Yeah,
helpful.
It happened so fast, we just kind of missed which one. But to be fair, I mean, in Autumn Hills, see, things like that can actually cause things to get tied up real quick because you don't have air recovery until the very end. Now, let's see. BK has what he needs for the next shot. Kyle just now got it, so they're both going to be able to get everything they need for this last shot. They'll be able to get Second Wind, which is the damage recovery, and Shurikens, which enables the one cycle on the boss. And what was that, Kyle?
Kyle, why? Why are you doing this to us? My heart can only take so much, and I have spaghetti in one hand. That detail matters, I'm told. When it comes to hearts. Speaking of which, another strat he might try to pull off here. Let's see how his Leaf Golem fight goes. If he goes right side, I'm going to throw the spaghetti. I'm throwing the spaghetti. That's ridiculous. And he got it too with a hit.
Yes.
Oh my brain.
So Kyle being the world record will pull off strats like that. The thing is though, is doing that it does save you 0.6 seconds because that's less time that you actually have to walk towards the door. So probably not one of the things you would do in a race, but definitely a frame saver when it comes to going for world record times.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can gain 0.6 seconds or lose about 12.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you don't typically see it in a race, but you see it in a Kyleberry.
Well, hello there, Necro.
Oh, Necro. Oh, bye, Necro.
Yeah.
One of the.
At least show him the respect by hopping over him.
One of the only little Phobikins we're gonna see in this run, and there's really not too much to talk about because we won't really be using them for how long this run is and the places that we'll go.
BK having a slight hiccup with the spike platforms, but still manages to beat that cycle at the end.
Hi, Ruxton.
Oh, bye, Ruxton.
Bye, Ruxton.
Now, that is one of two times that we will actually see Ruxton. Hopefully, we don't see him the second time, and instead don't see him till the boss room.
Oh, butt boost.
Kyle going for the butt boost, but
doesn't really, yeah, in the grand scheme of things with that speed, don't lose too much time, I think. I think you still get the same cycle. But you do go in with less health. So just something to think about. Because that spike ball, let me tell you something, can be pretty mean.
Yeah. there are things that I could say.
Yeah. The ambassador of fast. Cooney has got it right on the mark. Cooney coming in here right after his amazing run from what I heard. Congrats to you.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, I mean, even though Kyle is ahead of him on the screen, BK is not very far behind.
Because of the time, that's actually a little more synced than we think.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So that makes me wonder, it's like, I haven't really been paying attention to time, but that makes me wonder if Kyleberry's running loadless or, like, RTA. I mean, we'll find out here in a second.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because I know Dino, yeah. Dino just synced up the time, so they're a little closer. So they are in the same area, but now we're about to, at the end of this level, we'll find out if that's a loadless or with load.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We got BK going for an attempt. Ooh, bonking it.
Kyle got his attempt down. I always thought that his setup, because his setup there feels like you're sitting there for an eternity, but he's got it down because his consistency is off the charts with that strat. So that saves. I'm gonna just say it saves a good 8 seconds right there. So
yeah, you're saving anywhere between 6 to 8 seconds, depending on what the placement on the Wiz Roads is.
So something to mention that we saw very briefly in a lot of this isn't a lot of case for these levels. You do a lot of management of your resources. A lot of levels we specifically place out where we use shurikens, and in levels like this we specifically place out. Kyle, stop it!
Kyle trying for the big boy strat of going around the ball.
That's a particular case that I was kind of alluding to, where we space out our damage boosts, we space out how much health we're going to have in each room, so we know. So in that room, you're guaranteed if you get hit by that ball, you're dead.
Yeah.
Kyle didn't care, and he went for it anyway, and that's the kind of respect that I give that also makes me wonder if I'm going to survive this race.
It was also big respect for him knowing that he wasn't going to make it. And Kyle's got a low Ruxton. Now, this will be an opportunity for BK to catch up if he gets a high Ruxton.
And there it is.
Ooh, he does.
There it is. So you're going to see how fast or how just different the fights become. So you'll actually see he got in there much later, but their fights are about over at the same time.
Yeah.
So that kind of makes up for Big K missing the Badonkadon.
Yeah.
And we give Ruxton a little kiss. Well, Big K gives him a little slash, but I'll give him a little kiss on the way out because you can't stay mad at Ruxton, I think.
No. He ends up being our best bud later. So I think Kyle's timer is running RTA because I don't think I saw it. I didn't see it stop.
Yeah, okay.
So that might
here we go. We got to do the song here. I like Chinese food. Chinese food is good for you. I like Chinese food. Chinese food is yummy too. If you like me too, you will bring me Chinese food because it is so yummy, and especially with Mountain Dew. I think I was pretty close. I typically go off of Kyle's image, and when he's jumping up to the first lander, but he got a hit there. So it threw me off for a second. But
yeah, so I went off BK's when he hit that. I started running with that.
So Bamboo Creek is a wonderful little movement level that it doesn't have a lot of trickiness to it. I think we have one big trick that we all talk about in here, but otherwise just more super clean movement.
Yeah. Although now with Turtle Boost, we do have strats like that where you just basically fall down by using the handles.
That's true.
All right, so this is a dangerous strat when you're at 4 health because if the timing's wrong and that Fire Kappa does a fireball, you're dead.
Yep.
Kyle, however, did the damage boost and got it.
Very good, very clean.
Over, it looked like. Now Kyle's coming up to the end.
Got it. The drops. Wait for it. Going for the second attempt. Gets it.
Gets it second try.
Big K wants it.
Right.
Doesn't get it. All right, so he's going for the elevator.
Yeah. So unfortunately, that will cost him a little bit of time because the into skip does save a lot of time, and since he made his second attempt, that's going to cost him a little bit more.
I see Kyle trying to cut his elevator trip his little platform trip a little short, but takes a little bonk for it. He doesn't seem to mind. Doesn't throw him off. He keeps on running. He's very poor going into the waterfall. He's just going to stick around and
he's going to collect all of these shards, which is 14 shards, I believe.
And he'll still be one short. So I think with 250 leaving the waterfall, you want one drop off of.
Yeah.
I think that's true. Unless you stop and get a drop or get one of the floating ones on the way down.
He will need one. If he doesn't get a bat shard, he's going to have to jump because he's going to end up with 274 going into the shop where you need 275.
And then he got one, so it's all good.
Oh, yeah. So here, Kyle is going to go in and he's going to be getting 2 attacks. One is going to be Master of Currents, which lets you boost underwater, and Wingsuit attack, which is going to let him use the Wingsuit and flash down. And that shop. Where was the shop?
The shop was there, I promise you. I promise you, it was there. I think I saw a frame of the shop window. The shop was in Grotto, guys. Poopa, thank you so much for helping us out. All right, so now we're going to come into Grotto.
Just right under that fireball. Tried for the YOLO, but clipped the spikes.
We'll see a couple of really cool strats in here. And then, yeah, a lot more use of turtle boosting that you get to see in Grotto. You don't always get to see. I think his way of doing the DK skip in the next room is one such turtle boost.
Yes. So what Kyle does here on these turtles, if you do it in just a way to where you actually get a reverse turtle boost and then a regular one, you actually just move through it as if he's only got 1 HP. And what he
you saw him try again, yeah.
Yeah.
because he's basically because he throws the first one and then he's using that backward slash to get pulled towards it and then killing it before making contact.
Yep.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, and even though in normal circumstances, if you hit those green turtle kappas, you get pushed one way. On the final hit, it doesn't affect your movement.
Right. And it's a interesting thing to think about for pretty much anything that doesn't die when you hit it. Tries to go for the yeet there. Still gets a really nice one through the room.
Yeah, but it looked like when he tried to jump, he bonked, so it wasn't going to let him do the full super yeet.
And I totally get it. I mean,
it's his.
You die in that room more often than it deserves. So yeah, like trying to be careful if you notice that that's not going to go through, just take the room slow and normal, and you'll get through. Because if you get on the wrong side of that bottomless pit, there is no saving it.
Yeah. But does a bottomless pit actually have a side though?
You're blowing my mind. Did we get a hay skip for Kyle? His felt fast, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I'm not here. I don't have the audio on for that, so I'm not sure. So if anybody in chat was happening to pay attention to the game audio, they could let us know whether Kyleberry got a hay skip or not.
Samurai got me. He's right. All right, let's talk about the boss here. Not even close, baby. So, the Emerald Golem, which they're taking out pretty quickly, is a counting boss. And counting is hard in speedrunning, I have learned. It's really interesting. So you need to get 8 hits on the core and then a bunch on the head. So what they try to do is they get 7 hits on the core, go to the side and throw a shuriken for the 8th hit so they can get up as soon as possible and get the fastest 2 cycle on the boss they can. And then 8 hits on phase 2 to call it. Kyle, super low, super quick. That's a phase 2 you want to see.
Yeah, because he's already going to be standing. Oh, almost. Caught just a slight glimpse of the glide down.
TheBigK trying to get some extra early hits. Got 2 more. There we go. That's a pretty good fight too.
Yeah.
So from the RNG of the boss, that's the kind of fight you want to see. Very good. And with what I can tell is not that much health either. So very scary. That boss dying on is the worst feeling in the world. Especially that late into the fight, you got to watch the cutscene again, go through the whole fight. You're losing a whole minute or so at that point, and it is a defeating feeling.
Yeah, because almost every boss has a quick intro.
Yeah. All right, man. We've got Howling Grotto now. Hey, Min, let me ask you something. Did you know that this particular room that Kyleberry's in right now, did you know that if you actually just hold right the whole time, that you can get through this room very quickly without having to do any turtle boosts?
Really?
Yeah.
I thought turtle boost was just the fastest way.
Fastest, absolutely. But the rightiest, arguably.
Yeah, I don't know if I could call it the right strategy if you aren't holding right the entire time.
Yep, there's the fast way and the right way.
And Kyle, I think, actually got an extra turtle boost and actually pulled off a total of 11 turtle boosts. Because I know during the Hall of Fast strat, there's one that only gets one side, and he did a double turtle boost on every one of them.
Wow. So we see them. The race is still really close with all that stuff. I mean, TheBigK just coming out of the right room, and Kyleberry coming through the next phase of rooms. The room, so there was, you notice when you're coming through a lot of these rooms that we skip a lot of checkpoints. That makes this particular stage terrifying.
Yes.
It's a terrifying stage. I remember casually when I was playing it. But in a run, and especially a race, getting a death some point around here is terrifying because of how far you'll go back. At this point, they probably go all the way back to the beginning of the right room.
Yes, because in this stage, I believe there is a total of 5 checkpoints. We take 3. We skip checkpoints 2, 3. So we only take one, the one right after this one, which is 4, and then the one with the boss.
Kyle getting especially bullied in that last room.
Yes. Those mushrooms decided to pull one heck of a hat trick on him.
And then coming into a nice little strat room, where I hope he doesn't go for what I think he's going to go for. Don't do it, Kyle. I can see it. I can feel the setup. Okay, good.
I think he wanted to, and then saw he wasn't going to make it, and then went around.
Wise decision, but so respectable. And so Big K right in that room, so it is not far. All right, so here we go. Queen of Quills. I want to see how many whips we get. So this is another. This is a tough boss for some folks when trying to get the fastest kill. Oh, he did too many hits, so he's gonna get the whip phase. So he did too many hits in phase 1, so she went high, and Kyle wasn't able to knock her off in time. So he'll get this whip phase, and then she'll jump up, come down, and it'll be done. Big K going for it. A whipless will catch him up very quickly. So Big K doing a strat where you kind of assume the high rings and go up with her.
Yeah, that's the strat I got. Ooh, I don't know if he's going to get it.
No,
yeah, so that damage boost was there. Oh, no. One thing to keep an eye out is the Queen's Whips do 2 points of damage instead of the regular 1.
But still makes it through. And so now we get to watch both our runners head into Searing Crags, where we're going to be going fast.
Because we get the best item in the game, the Rope Dart.
That is right. Not to be confused with a grapple, which is what it's apparently called in its code.
Yeah,
that's not confusing
at all. It's not a hook shot either. This isn't Legend of Zelda.
That's true.
Even though it does the same thing.
Well, we get to come through and just... We get a lot of things once the Rope Dart comes into play in these runs. In 8-bit, a little bit less. You still get the RDE.
Oh, Kyle.
He doesn't want to reset the room. He's sticking to it. I get it. Doesn't get it, though. He's going for that one tile. I see what he's doing. He's going for the one tile there.
This is going to give BK a chance to catch up.
Poopa's like, Kyle, the one tile is not worth it. No, the one tile is always worth it. It gets at least one swag for that. Poopa slide?
Poopa slide.
Oh,
3 health on that.
Yeah, that would have been a death. Pixels beneath him was death. And then going for the little Grondois setup. But doesn't get the height. So he's heading up normally. He's one-timing again, but being careful, he's only got 1 health. And Big K is blasting right by him. Kyleberry taking a death on the fireballs coming back down.
Kyle giving us our intro to Quarble in this run.
Oh, hey, Quarble.
Quarble saves our life, but at a price. Thankfully, at this point, that price is nothing.
Poopa, help! We need the power of Poopa slide. Go! All right, thank you, Poopa. I appreciate you. Big K really blowing it out after that. He is moving fast, rope darting every little thing you see, getting that height, making those corners, and heading for the Searing Crag climb right now. Doing one hell of a job.
All right, Kyle
going for the left climb.
Left side, more consistent for him.
All right. All right, we're coming into Kolos and Susis. Another fight with a little bit of RNG in it. Some stuff that you can account for and save your time on, and some stuff that's it's just the heart of the cards.
Yeah, the Kolos and Susis is very much an RNG dependent fight. So thankfully he didn't get a team attack in that first one. He's actually so far had pretty good RNG. Boulder, charge attack. It's the team up attacks which are very much time wasting. All right, so
the least amount you see, the better. Yeah.
So he's getting a team up attack here. So Susis is gone. He's only got a few more hits to go on Kolos, and then I think Kolos is already down.
Yeah.
I think their next switch is going to be the tag out completely.
Yeah. So a shame he got the extra move, lost on some time that he just couldn't avoid. Just because the kill wasn't registered by the time the attack was taking off.
And then
so
Kyle's over here one cycling Seuss.
Wow.
Seuss is already down.
And you're getting rocks. Kolos has less health than Seuss, if I remember correctly. So taking out Kolos next, that's what you want to see. That's an amazing fight.
Yeah, so he ended up one cycling both. That was almost perfect RNG.
What a great fight. Shovel please in the chat for Big K doing the climb into Glacial Peak.
This
and
climb
so
is so
far,
cool.
what a beautiful climb. So Glacial Peak is rated up there by a lot of the runners as one of their favorite levels, especially in the 8-bit category, for just everything that it represents. You come into this place, there's nothing left to learn. It's all about taking everything that you've picked up in the last couple of levels and using it to go fast.
Yeah, Poopa rightly saying what BK did, doing a Kalish. Because he took the that spike hallway that Kyleberry just did. BK took the damage in the spikes.
Oh, is that what that's called?
Yes. And that's coming from Falco on that one. So, and then Poopa's like, "Yep."
That's funny. I just called it Tuesday nights. Just he hit those spikes so often.
I mean, I don't know what you do on a Tuesday night, but
I guess I just run into spikes. I guess that's my life.
all right. So BK taking that room the traditional way. There is a slightly faster way with a one tile that we call the Brazilian Ice Climber, but still going fast. Coming up to the teleport pretty soon.
Gets the one tile. Oh, beautiful. Big K, love that one tile. And the teleport. Minfin, what do we know about teleports? That's a new thing, and the only time you see it.
Well, essentially what it is you're going to rope dart an enemy, but instead of just rope darting, you slash or find a way to kill it before the actual rope dart would hit it. So as it's making contact, the enemy is dead, and if there's another enemy of the same type coming on the side of the screen, instead it just moves you really fast over to the other enemy, and it looks like a teleport, and oh no.
Oh no, the teleport failed him. He got the teleport. Oh, and you can't do the one tile now off the death. I hope Kyle doesn't try that. Oh, wait, never mind. I was wrong.
Yeah, you can get the one tile on the death. You just can't go after the teleporting it.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Because their cycles are going to be different. That's right.
Yeah, so that is the only time we actually see the teleport in 8-bit, but it is heavily abused in linear and any percent. It is very fun too.
Very fun. Big K coming in, great pace, coming into Tower of Time, Tower of Tears, Tower of Time Loss, however you
Tricks.
want to feel it.
Tower of Woods Trolls.
That's right. Let's see how the tower treats our racers tonight.
Kyle cutting that one laser just a little close.
You have to imagine at this point that Mr. Barry is going to be feeling a little behind with his deaths, and he might do some pretty insane things to try to catch up. So let's see what he pulls off.
Well, BK went through and wasn't doing any type of Hellbarrier strat, but took an axe on damage boost and did take advantage of it to move forward a little bit.
Yeah. In the end, didn't save too much time. Still waiting on the
laser.
platform, but still.
And since he took a damage, he is playing it safe and not trying for the minus dart.
But he still runs through the laser.
I don't know what happened there.
He probably was just go.
At 1 health. So he's going to be going into the Levy Special with 3 health, which means that it's going to be... Ooh. That laser...
Yeah, lasers do 4 damage. One of the highest damaging items in the game right here. Will do 4 damage to you if you touch them. And
then Kyle had a clean Hail Mary, apparently. We're looking at BK. He's at 1 health going into this.
Yeah, I'm really... Because I respected Big K's decision to hold off on the damage boost in that rope dart room in order to have enough health for a laser skip. Unfortunately, he lost on that laser hit. But Kyleberry is hot on his toes, trying to catch up. How much health is that? I think that's still 3. Yeah.
Yeah, they're both at 3. So unfortunately, BK did not get any homie health from the eyeballs. They didn't see fit to bless him with some health.
Mr. Berry might be hoping for some of that health to do
Yep.
some fun strats. He's only a few rooms behind at the moment, but takes a hit.
Yeah, he would have
So
had
it
to
doesn't
get 2
matter.
to even try French Connection there,
Yep.
which apparently is only a 2.5% chance to get both of those to drop health.
So we got Big K coming into the little saw blades room.
No walk
throwing-
of shame.
And no walk of shame there. Mr. Berry taking out his non-laser skip frustrations out on those boxes, as they deserve for being there.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have nothing else to do while you're waiting on the platform.
Very true. Big K opting out of any of the laser skips, playing it safe.
Yep, very wise.
This next room, if performing it, is typically done with only 1 health and is terrifying. But Big K coming through the tower really clean. Coming into the last rooms now, we got the Time Waster room, which earned its name by being a waste of time.
Yeah. Unless you do this.
Unless you do that, you actually get to make it less of a time waster.
Yeah. I wonder if at some point in this race we could find a way to have like the racer show and see if anybody. And Kyle going for the damage boost and not taking the damage.
There you go. Good job, Kyle. All right, Big K coming into the boss fight now, looking at a really hot sub 32. Most likely, I'm feeling.
Yeah. So he is hitting his PB time in about 2 seconds. So he's there. He's not too far off his PB. But this
Yeah,
is still a
so
pretty
really
solid
good.
time.
Big K came out and showed, from what I could see here, some really strong consistency
Yeah.
throughout the whole run. Getting a run like this in a race setting, especially since I haven't seen him too much, him coming out and laying it out, that's great to see.
And then Kyle sitting over here doing the new strat where you get both the key charges and collect the health and get the full laser skip at the end.
And that's a GG for Big K.
All right,
31:54 in-game time. Not disappointing and having a really good run for us. Kyleberry showing that he can get a few deaths in his run and still completely destroy most of my times.
Yeah. He's
These runners are amazing.
Yeah, he's had a few deaths, and yeah, that just goes to show like how much a lot of grinding can get. And we got a 30. Now, I never saw the timer so there's a 32:36 RTA, but even with taking into account loads and everything, that's probably still going to be a low-ish 32, which is still a respectable time.
Mm-hmm. So still very good, very good. All right, so we take a look.
Looks like we got Kyleberry.
Mr. Berry.
So, Kyle, one thing I do have to ask.
Muted. What's up?
Hey, so were you running RTA time during the race?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not going to be 40 seconds. GG, Kyle.
Yeah. So I don't know if BK is in here. Oh, he's in standby, so he's going to be coming in.
And there it is.
Hey, we got
The biggest of Ks.
Yeah. With the win, GG.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Mr. K. How are you
Okay.
feeling?
My heart was pounding that whole game because it was just not going right most of the time.
I gotta tell you, that was a solid run, I think. Very consistent. I was talking a little bit about it before you got in here. I haven't had the opportunity to see much of you lately in some of your runs, so I wasn't sure how warmed up you were going to be for the race. But you didn't disappoint. You came out with a solid time.
Yeah, there were quite a few things I missed, but in the end, for most of it, it was smooth, other than bosses and a couple missed jumps here and there. But
Yeah, but it's a
yeah,
pretty solid deathless run. Wait, it was deathless, wasn't it?
I think it was
yeah.
deathless for Big K.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do want to talk about Mr. Kyleberry, the love of my life. I need to talk to you a little bit because I have
Can we
some
talk
things
about
to say.
Pupa's basic questions first? Come on, you know me, Pupa. 1, Crags. It's the worst level in the game. 2, into skip. I always do that shit second try.
And you know what? Like I don't hate it because that
Pupa.
second try still saves you time overall from not going for it. Well, from
Thank you,
just
sir.
giving up.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that was great. My stress was on. Let me think about this. Hang on. Let me see. What do I have here? I have I've
Autumn
got the spike
Hills.
tower attempt. I've got the Poopa slide 3 times. I've got
With 3 health.
It was really fun.
Yeah. Well, and then that little like cloud step underneath the block before the boss save over those spikes. What was that?
little details. So at some point, I thought you were doing it just for us, and I appreciated every second of it.
Yeah.
The right side fight.
Under the platform, I'm sorry?
That's right.
So on Autumn Hills,
yeah,
before
that's
the
right.
boss save, that cloud, like where you got the 2 blocks and you got the fire kappa, you cloud stepped over the spikes, but under that second block before the boss save in Autumn Hills, before Leaf Golem.
Oh yeah. Ah,
And we were just sitting here
Sorry.
like, but why? My heart, it hurts.
well, you know, if you get bounced left, you could still survive, and if you get bounced right, you still have the health for it.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
And then you did the right fight, which I was sitting here the whole time thinking, if he does the right fight, I'm gonna throw my spaghetti.
Oh, it's
So I
actually
have
the worst
spaghetti.
run.
I have spaghetti on my wall right now. I got to clean up. So Big K, what was your highlight you think for yourself in this race?
I got a gold glacial peak, so that was good.
Ooh,
You had an
GG.
amazing glacial peak. You had the one tile going up into the teleport room.
Was it no
it
stop?
was no stop. It felt smooth.
It
Yeah,
was
it
pretty
was-
much just at that point I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go for everything because
Yeah.
I felt like at that point I must have been behind. It was just red everywhere. So I looked at the stream when I finished and I was like, what?
Yeah. Do you happen to know what your goal time on Glacial was? Because Samurai was asking on that, and then Poopa's asking for BK, what are your thoughts on victory? How are you feeling?
Confused, but kind of happy, but more so confused. I'm mixed about the run. The run was meh, but the gold I'm very happy about.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would hands down be happy about a golden glacial.
Congratulations on that gold, Kyle.
That's all that matters.
I can't
Well-
wait to see it.
Yeah. It would be such a great run to watch back.
Yeah. I
Poopa
missed
asking.
N2. I missed the Queen whip fight
Mhm.
by like 1 hit.
Yeah.
Same.
The Poopa just more advice more than anything else. He says, can you please start using the glacial Hansa on the screen transitions before I start losing my hair?
I need Poopa in chat to yell at me when it happens, so I remember.
Oh yeah, Midas and I have gotten our fair share of him saying that during races
Yeah.
in the community.
Yeah. And so I only forget about it some of the time.
Wait, only
I was
sometimes. I
bad at
forget
rope
about it all the
darting
time now.
until he kept shouting at me, so I'm doing it for Poopa.
So looking ahead, BK. So how do you feel about your next round matchup against Grandius?
Equally terrified, but I'm ready. My body's ready.
Yeah. Well, you say you're terrified. So the bracket that Kyleberry goes into, there is a potential that it could be me versus him in losers round 4. So Kyle, that might happen.
Yes.
We both have a little bit of waiting to do before we figure out who it's going to be, but that might happen.
Practice.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're talking about practice right now.
Which Kyle, Pupa?
Let's see.
Both.
Kyle gets scared. Yeah. He's like, Kyle,
I actually, you know what? Poopa has a point because of how brackets lay out. Kyle and Cooney will end up could potentially face off in loser bracket round 6, which means the winner of that would probably go against whoever's heading on during the semifinals and whatnot up there. So that can happen. We'll have a Kyle and Cooney in one bracket potentially, so we'll see.
Yeah, because I think, let me see, that's the 27 that ran, so they would face off as being the 1 and 2 seeds. They're the favorites to make it that far, right?
Yeah, that would be loser round 6 before they face off potentially.
Yeah, so that would be depending on how those races go, that would be one for the ages to see.
But Cooney, which Kyle? Which Kyle is inevitable? We just had a Kyle squared race, and Kyle came out on top.
We're all Kyle.
I can only hope someday. I hope one day I grow up to be Kyle. It is
You're
a goal
all
of
Kyle
mine.
in my heart.
Aw. It's right there next to getting spaghetti off my walls.
Can you get the spaghetti off my shirt? I'm sweaty. My knees
Mom-
weak. Arms are heavy.
Mom's spaghetti.
All right, so
That's all the questions I had. And I'm trying to think when the next race is that I know about that's already been scheduled.
I don't think there's any races scheduled to the middle of the week right now. I believe the next race is actually you and Levy / Anelifer on Saturday.
Anelifer.
Anelifer.
I'm gonna start calling him
I
that.
just say Levy.
Anelifer.
So unless there are some matches that end up in the middle of it, we don't have another message race till 1 p.m. on not Saturday, sorry, Sunday, the 30th. My calendar's all weird.
Levy's a beast. Levy's a beast. I need to get to work.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna compete there.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be a race. And hey, if you win, you get to go against Fishbinder.
What is this world?
All right. Well, I think it's going to be one of those things where I think we're just about out of time for this. So unless anybody in chat has any other questions, I believe we'll pass this on to Mr. Dino to take care of whichever direction he's going to end up tossing this, and we'll go from there. But thank you everyone for coming out and joining the Texas Twins chat for this, because this was entertaining on the commenter side. I wonder what it was like to listen to it.
Yeah, very much so. Awesome. Well, thank y'all so much for coming out and checking out the race. Keep coming back for more. It is only gonna get hotter.
And I believe BK is going to keep on going, so I believe that the raid is going to head over to him so we can watch the winner of this race do a few more runs. So y'all have a great night. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the other side.